He's coming with me.
It's girls like you who get men like me locked away from our wives in the first place.
What does that mean?
Whores. You were the king's whore. He's dead. You're nobody now.
You can be married to her, you can be sleeping with her, but you're never gonna get in between us.
Not trying to, buddy.
I'm not trying to.
Exactly.
This is our world! Our world, Mother, and that's what love is, real love!
Agum, lembrate tu a me. David, ne aveva paura niente, ma anche morì. Ma tu non sai che significa. Easy.
Are you ready?
Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to some more MADMEN Season 4. Yes, we are here. I'm looking forward to seeing what they're going to do here, because throughout this season is going so far and the themes that they're tackling, I'm just hoping for Don and Peggy to get together. No, he's still out here. He's being a bachelor. He's not really having relations with anyone though. That's the thing about it. It's like he's just being a bachelor and turning down, you know, women who wants to throw themselves on him. I respect it, but that's just me. You guys might feel differently, but that's just me, how I feel about the two characters. They're two of my favorite characters in the show. You know, fuck Betty. Anyways, guys, if you guys want to see more episodes of MADMEN, man, go check out the Patreon, of course. We should be at least a season ahead. Let's jump into the reaction, and I will see you guys right after for the review.
I'm interested in today. That was Friday. Look, I'll clear lunch plus 1 hour, and we'll grab a sandwich and discuss this face to face. I'm hanging up.
Oh, I guess this did happen.
The lamp?
So which one of us is gonna look at the clock first?
I caught it when I was picking up the lamp. I'm already late.
For what?
Secor laxatives. What do you have to do?
I have 4 o'clock at Erwin Weesey.
Doing what?
I can't tell you that, Mr. Bond.
What are you working on over there?
I don't tell him what I'm doing for you.
But you're not lying in bed with him right now either.
Can I get in the bathroom first?
Just take your time. Let yourself out. Lock the door behind you, as a courtesy.
These need signatures, not initials. Caroline said you refused.
I was just giving her a hard time. Can I interest you in the same?
And I'm supposed to tell you in person that Mr. Price will be taking off the last 2 weeks of August for his son's visit.
What are you doing this afternoon?
The same thing I do every afternoon, working, which is what I'm trying to do right now.
Joni. Jesus, I'm sorry.
What did you say to her?
What does it have to do with you?
Her husband got called up. He's going to Vietnam right after basic.
Vietnam. That's not good.
It's okay. We've all been walking on eggshells.
I know you don't like to be bombarded the moment you walk in, but Fillmore and Secor are both coming in tomorrow, and I can't move forward with either until you sign off on what I worked through lunch to finish.
Come back in an hour. I'm taking a nap.
It's a business of sadists and masochists, and you know which one you are.
Damn, Joan, you even look good when you got pajamas on, eh? Do tell him.
May I help you?
Are you John Harris? We're from Madame Ingas. You are to receive massage, manicure, and pedicure. Can we? It's a gift from a friend. Tip included. I'm not allowed to say this.
That's a revolution.
I was gonna say something.
Hair away from everything falling apart in every society. So
line.
tenuous. And all these...
Just stop, Joan.
For what?
That was very thoughtful.
I knew I was rubbing you the wrong way. So I thought, why not have someone rub you the right way? Caroline won't let me have one. Unless it's on the end of a real bear. It'll be okay.
People love to say that.
Look.
Who's doing her wardrobe for this show, man?
Let me get you a meal.
Killing it with these dresses.
forgot for a second that you're incapable of doing something nice without expecting something nicer in return.
Just thought you could use a night out.
Thank you, I'm fine.
Good.
These domesticated suburbanites still have a primitive desire to get their hands dirty. They don't know how to hunt or swing a hammer or fix their cars.
You mean like these two?
Actually, no. I'm from Vermont, and Don's a competitive fly fisherman.
What our findings show is that this demographic will spend a good amount of money for the satisfaction of being useful with their hands. Ladies love a man who's good with his hands.
You think a mechanic comes in, sees these jokers looking at fan belts, he's gonna stick around? No offense.
What's the difference? Our inventory's the same.
I think if they see a coat and tie on aisle 4, they'll think our prices went up.
We need more than mechanics to survive. You ever hear of Sears? They'll kill us.
We agreed we all had to agree.
Don't we have enough problems with the boycott?
I don't want to get involved in a family squabble, but I can't move forward until you agree on a strategy.
What if there were a way to market to both groups? Fillmore Auto Parts, where the pros go, and everyone's welcome.
Great, and you know it.
That's not a strategy. That's two strategies connected by the word and. I can do where the pros go, or I can do everyone's welcome, but not both.
Sure you can.
Someone has to make a decision. There are 3 of you. Vote.
I don't know.
What? Excuse me for a moment. Continue, please.
What happened?
What are you doing here?
Oh, Sally.
I wanted to see you.
I am so sorry. Who are you? Don. What exactly is going on?
I found her on the train between carriages, trying to avoid the conductor.
Megan,
how the hell are you by yourself? Did you skip school?
Go. Can I pay you for the ticket and your time?
You're just very lucky I ran into her before someone else did. Men never know what's going on.
I offered you money and I said thank you.
It's not Don's fault. He's not responsible for her right now.
What do you think you're doing?
I wanted to see you and I didn't want to wait 2 weekends.
Well, you can't do this. Guess who's sitting on my couch right now?
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about a stranger bringing Sally to my office because she got on the train with no money. How the hell did this happen?
Dr. Keener thought it would be good for her to walk from camp to her appointment by herself.
Great idea. Thank you, psychiatry.
But don't yell at me. She needs to learn responsibility.
You need to learn responsibility. Now come get her. I've got a business to run here.
Enjoy.
What?
Enjoy, Don. I'm meeting Henry in the city tomorrow night. I'll get her then.
She doesn't even seem a little bit worried. That's how it just took off.
I don't want to hear it. Just make sure she doesn't leave that room.
Betty is being so spiteful about this. If this girl, if you have a daughter that does not want to be with you, parents have split. Let him have custody. Let him have custody. He wants his kids. It's, you know.
It's Blankenship.
What the hell is wrong with her? She's sitting down sleeping?
Blankenship, are you alright? It's Blankenship.
Did she just die?
It's Blankenship.
Is she asleep? He just died.
Oh God, Caroline! Oh, do not come out of there.
I know. Excuse me, Mr. Draper. I'm really sorry to bother you again.
Your secretary just died.
What happened?
What a day you're having.
Should we call an ambulance?
Yes!
Corner. I'll attend to this.
Sally's in there.
Why?
She's visiting.
I'm sorry, I can't.
I can get a man, and we'll need a blanket.
I know Peggy wanted to laugh during this scene, bruh. Oh my God, look at her face. Peggy, she had to cover her face.
I can get a man, and we'll need a blanket.
She seemed fine just a minute ago.
Fillmore Auto Parts for the mechanic in every man.
And although it seems immaterial to you, the Fillmore brothers like it.
Unanimously.
Fillmore Auto Parts for the mechanic in every man.
My mother made that.
Goodness, I was just talking to her.
Listen, My daughter's in my office. I'd really appreciate it if you could go in my bag, get my keys, take her to my apartment, and just sit with her. I would have my secretary do it, but she's dead.
No, of course. Okay. Do you want to introduce me? I mean, what do I say to her?
Find Cooper and Roger at lunch and stop them from bringing Secor back here. She's going to take you to my apartment.
Why?
You don't want this to get worse, believe me.
My name is Faye.
Why do you sound
My
like
dad
a
just said that.
She has no experience with kids at.
She died like she lived, surrounded by the people she answered phones for. I'm gonna go to my favorite restaurant and have a glass of cyanide, or you could join me.
I don't know.
I'm gonna kill myself, Joni.
No, you're not.
Go get your things. I'll meet you in the lobby.
Hello, Daddy.
Don't hello, Daddy, me. How was it?
Great. We watched a little TV. One of us took a nap.
You're gonna need to eat.
I know, but I have dinner plans. That I could help. Good night, Sally.
Good night.
Sally is not into anybody else dating her dad, bruh.
Can we order a pizza?
You're not even supposed to be
You
here.
promise me you're never going to do this again.
I promise.
She just loves her dad so much.
No chance
What she did was absolutely wrong. But it's just like, you see how much she misses her dad, that she's willing to do all of that just to see him, because she doesn't want to wait. I mean, so many things could have gone wrong in that situation. She could have been kidnapped. She could have been lost, and they have to be looking for her because she didn't know her way. I mean, what is Sally? 10 years old? 10, 11? No, I think she's like 10, right? That is so dangerous, man. But she misses her dad so much, and that's the thing about it. It's just like, Betty I don't know if there was a custody battle or this was just decided between them. Now, don't get me wrong. You know, Don is pretty busy. You know, sometimes when you're in the moment, this is editing Terabyt, by the way, and sometimes when you are in the moment of recording and reacting to a show, sometimes you don't see the full scope of things. And me editing this episode right now and seeing my thoughts and hearing my thoughts on what was going on here, I did want to provide a better perspective on what was going on here. Okay, so hear me out for just a minute here. So the situation happened, right? And one thing that I did not make any comment at all on, bad Terabyt, you should have said something there, was that Don should have left with Sally. He should have never put his mate in that position. He should have never done that. As a dad, he should never have done that. I don't care how busy you are, that's your daughter. You should have never sent her home with a complete and utter stranger. That was wrong. So, you know, I sit here and I hear my comments sometimes, and I speak on Betty a lot, but I don't think I speak about Don enough. Even though I think I do touch on a lot of the things that Don does, but I think in a lot of things, because of the type of person that Betty is, I tend to kind of concentrate on her somewhat sometime later on in the seasons. And things like this should not have happened. Like, Don should have never sent Sally home with somebody else. You're the dad in this position, and here I am. I'm leaving in the comments there for you to hear it too. You know, in this moment here, Don was not acting very fatherly, because I'm saying, oh, he should have custody of the kids. But in retrospect of me just realizing how bad of a decision, maybe Don wouldn't be in the best position to have custody of the kids. So I'm switching up on that, but I'm gonna leave my comments in just for you to hear what I'm saying, and I'm gonna just put this in after so you guys can hear that. I do think that that was a bad move by him. That's not to say that Don couldn't be a great father, because I do think that he is. Like, overall, I do think he's a great father to his kids. He wants to see his kids. He pulled up at the house in the last episode, right? Even though they told him not to come to Jean's birthday party, he still pulled up, whether you want to say it's out of spite or whatever, because she was trying to keep him away, tell him not to come, but he still pulled up. And if, as I said, if it was me, I would have done the same thing. So yeah, this has been Terabyt, editing Terabyt. Let's get back to our regular scheduled programming.
And of course, cherry cheesecake.
Well, the clientele is older than I remember.
I wish you would talk to me about things.
My husband doesn't like it.
You must have known about the possibilities when he signed up.
I wasn't consulted.
You're kidding.
Because you always tell Jane about all of your decisions. She's the woman behind the man, isn't she?
And I'm sorry to keep pestering you.
Could you stop rubbing my arm? I'm
I don't
talk about my arm.
Can I ask you something?
Yes, I'm still mad at you.
Are you going to marry Faye?
What? No.
Is she your girlfriend?
No.
She had your keys.
I gave her my keys.
She knew you had peanut butter.
Everyone has peanut butter.
Well, she said she wanted to meet me. Why would she want to meet me?
Look, I do like her, but we just work together and I talk about you a lot.
She seems nice.
Well, good. Maybe we get to see her again sometime.
Because I didn't want to take a cab on Broadway. It's a beautiful night.
I don't like this neighborhood anymore.
Damn, how long has pizza delivery
Blankenship,
been
you know.
around? Jeez, I would have never imagined that pizza delivery was a thing back in those days. You know what I'm saying? I would think that you really just had to go to the store and pick up pizza. I didn't know that delivery for that stuff was like, you know what I'm saying? But you would think that food delivery wasn't a thing so far back.
Do you know what time it is?
I do.
Oh, God.
Oh.
You know what to do?
Roger.
Yes. Yes, we do. Look down. Everything's gonna be fine. There you go.
What about her?
In your bag. That's everything. We haven't seen anything.
I can't breathe. What a scream.
Don't. Come over here.
Stop it. Everything can be replaced. You're fine.
Joan? Oh my God. These married people just can't. They can't stop cheating. Jesus Christ, man. We gonna do this in the alley?
Daddy, I love you so much.
I love you too. Did you brush your hair?
I want to live with you all the time. Why not? I'll be good.
Where are you gonna go to school down here?
You can't find a school in Manhattan?
Is this what it took to get you in here? Look, I'm sorry. It was in the heat of the moment.
Nigga.
And there was a moment. You know that.
I'm not sorry. But I'm married.
I feel something. I know you do.
I know you felt something, all right. I'm not for those two getting back together. Y'all are trash, okay? Y'all are I'm just so sick and tired of the cheating in this show. It's like the most prevalent storyline in the entire show. I don't like it. You guys don't understand how much, because you guys don't understand how much I hate cheating. I hate it. I literally hate the act. I hate that men and women cannot keep it in their pants. Ladies, close your legs, man. And men, keep it in the pants, bro. Why is it that loyalty is such a fleeting thing? It's ridiculous to me how people make it seem like, oh man, yeah, I was in the heat of the moment. You ever heard of walking away? I've done it plenty of times. Plenty of times. I have walking away from potential disastrous situations from my relationship. Plenty of times that I've walked away because I know this might end up in a place where I'm going to cheat. I walk away. I tuck that shit between my legs and I walk away. Bruh, that's why I just stick to myself, bro. Because people are the self-control, bro, for most people is so hard. And this show just has this weird theme, and then they're making it seem like this is supposed to be some sort of romantic moment between these two. It's not romantic. It's trash.
Where's Miss Blankenship?
She went away. I'm helping out for a little bit.
Her mother should be by at 5. Can you handle 5 minutes? I'm gonna get coffee and check in.
Sally is gonna grow up to be a beautiful young lady.
I want to stay and I don't know why I can't.
Because you have to go home.
I'll be good. I promise.
Come on.
No! 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 I'm not going anywhere! Stop it!
You want me to carry you out of here?
I'm not leaving. I hate it there!
Is everything okay?
Can you talk to her?
What?
Please, I can't bring her back kicking and screaming to her mother.
I don't have much child psychology.
Just talk to her.
She says she hates it there, bro.
Faye wants to talk to you.
Remember me from yesterday?
This is gonna go
You
over
don't
well.
wanna go, but you have to. Your mother came all the way out here. Sometimes we have to do things we don't want to do.
Shut up.
What's gotten into you?
We don't want your help.
Now.
Stop it! No! Stop it!
Oh, crap. Did she fall or did she just took a nosedive?
It's gonna be all right.
No, it's not.
This
I
is
fall
not.
all the time.
This is not lashing out. This is. I don't think anything's wrong with her. I think she just doesn't like being with her mom anymore. She just doesn't like the situation.
I was worried about you.
Come on, let's go.
I was waiting in the lobby at 5.
We lost track of time.
Well, now I'm late. Say goodbye to your father.
Goodbye.
I can't do anything for you.
Why are you upset?
You shouldn't have put me in that position.
Yeah, you shouldn't have.
Things happen. I didn't plan it. There was no one else to do it.
And just now? What the hell was that? I'm not good with kids. Well, it feels like there was a test and I failed it.
Well, I can see why
God
you
knows I'd
think
be
that.
lying if I said it didn't cross my mind. Would I meet your children? When would I meet your children? I love children. But I chose to be where I don't view it as a failure.
It doesn't matter.
Absolutely. But I agree with her, though. You should have never put her in that position because that's the thing, though. There's certain issues when it comes on to really and truly, Don just grabbed whoever, he just grabbed whichever woman he could grab first, really. He can't do
this
it.
weekend. I'll pick a place.
So she feels like this was a test and she failed it. Yo. It's like 3 generations of what the fuck. Mad Men is... And, got a little upset during the episode. And it upsets me that even today, and people like to say, like, people want to comment and say, man, you're stuck in the 50s and the funny thing about it is that women and men are still cheating at the same rate they were cheating back in the day. That has not really changed. You know what I'm saying? The nuclear family used to be a good thing. It used to be a good thing. I guess back in the day, women used to be a little more accepting of cheating because men had all the options. And nowadays, in modern times, it's just become worse. You know? It really has just become worse. You know what I mean? Let me move this, center myself here. It really has become really bad. And it's really what I'm afraid of when it comes on to this whole thing of talking about Mad Men and the way I'm very passionate about that stuff. And I've always talked about, you see, my boundaries when it comes on to relationships, and the reason why I believe that a lot of relationships is not working even today. I just don't understand. You know, I think the reason a lot of things that happen, especially when it comes on to the dynamics between men and women, is that sex has become this casual occurrence, right? It's become this casual thing that people just look at it as, oh, it's just sex, and it's not meaningful anymore. It doesn't mean anything in the grand scheme. It doesn't mean anything to people, so they don't think it's something that should be cherished. And that's why I continuously will say and continue to say that sex is overrated, because people think that it means so much. You know what I'm saying? They think that it means so much they can't get enough of it, but when really and truly it's supposed to mean so much, but in a different way, right? And it has become this casual thing that is meaningless, right? But they look at it and they say, oh, it's very meaningful because it's casual. It's very meaningful. Oh, I gotta have sex. I gotta have it. I gotta have it. You know what I'm saying? And I just look at things a little bit differently. And I think the reason is just like, oh, in the moment, if you're caught in those moments, you should be able to walk away. No exceptions. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you stand for. I don't care what it is. Get some, you know what I'm saying? Some self-control, man. Get some self-control and walk away from those situations if you're involved with somebody else. Cheating is never cool. It is never, you know what I'm saying? The thing about it is this, right? Men and women cheat. When men cheat, I chastise them. Women cheat, I chastise them, because I think it's one of the most disgusting things that you can do when you're in a relationship, is to cheat on the person that you're with and go sleep with somebody else, especially doing something that's supposed to be so intimate with another person. I don't care if it's revenge. I don't care what it is, that the reason behind it. I don't care about that. You committed the act. There's nothing that you can tell me to absolve you of doing something like that. I don't care even if the other person cheated on you. Sex should never be used as a get back and you get a pass, a hall pass. If it's permitted, if the others, you know what I'm saying, like if you're in a relationship and you're in an open relationship and you're allowed to sleep with other people, and I don't even consider that cheating. I don't consider that cheating. I think that's just, this is what you want, right? You both agree. So that person knows that you're in both of you know you're in an open relationship, so you have permission to sleep with other people. That's cool. That's how you want to live your life. Fine. Cool. But most of the time when cheating happens, the other person doesn't know. Most of the time. There's so many fathers, well, not really fathers, there's so many men out here that are finding out that their kids are not theirs, man. And they're never going to make paternity tests mandatory. They're never going to do that. So when I watch stuff like this, it pisses me off, because Don literally had the perfect scenario. He had the perfect life that he stole practically, right? Perfect life. You come home, you're not even being, you know what I'm saying? Like, as I said, I don't know if it's stolen valor. I think they would call that stolen valor. But as I said, it's not that big a deal. But he's living his life. You got a beautiful wife. You got 3 kids now. You got 3 kids now, right? 3 kids. Beautiful wife. Nice home. She's taking care of the kids, live at home. Betty ain't getting no rest if I'm her husband. She ain't getting no rest. She doing all the things that I want her to do. Now, don't get me wrong. Peggy, you know what I'm saying? Betty does do some stuff that I'm like, but I think, you know, a lot of times, like, I've seen a lot of comments recently under my MADMEN videos. That's because we're in season 2. I think we're still in season 2 on the channel, or season 3 just started or something like that. I don't remember exactly. But I've seen a lot of comments where people are like, oh, Betty, you know, feels like she's still a child. That's why her relationship with, you know, her whole thing with Glenn seems kind of childish. No. Listen, if it was a man doing that, you guys will not be telling me. You guys would not come to that assessment. Stop it. Stop with that kind of double standard. That kind of stuff pisses me off. When people won't call out the bull crap. Because I think what the writers are trying to say is that she's a kid. She's acting like a kid. No. That's predatory behavior. Stop it. If it was a man doing that with a little girl, y'all would have said he was a pedophile. Let's call a spade and call it what it is. We're not going to give no excuse for that kind of behavior. I called it out for what it is. It's creepy. She's an adult. Talking about she acting like she thinks she's a child. Doing that. Cutting off pieces of your hair. Giving this little boy. And then holding hands with him. Sitting on the couch eating it. And no, it's predatory behavior. If a man was doing that, y'all would have been like, that's creepy. That's some pedophilic behavior. Let's call it what it is. Man or woman. Let's stop the cap. Okay? But I think there's certain things when it comes on to her being a wife that I love. And I believe that most men would agree with me. I think most men are looking for somebody like that it could take care of the home. They go out, make the bread without the cheating. And we do what we do. So when I see stuff like this, it kind of pisses me off because these people, these characters, they're so like, they're like a mirror image of what we see in society to even till today. And this show is currently in the 60s though. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is crazy. So when I see something like this, and I judge it for what it is, and I'm like, Don, you had the perfect scenario. Why cheat? I don't understand. I know that. I feel it in my bones every day. I'm a man too. I feel it in my bones every day that, you know what, I just want to give it to everything. You know, to every woman. Well, not every woman, but you get my point. Right? I get it. The urge is there. Have some self-control, man. You took the vows. My God, I don't understand. Why is it that we find it so hard to have a little self-control over sex? Why do we let sex control us so much? Why? Why is that, you know, I don't know, 15 to 20 minutes of stroking takes over our entire life of decision making? It's absolutely ridiculous. But, you know, the thing about it is this, the Sally situation, I'm very, very worried about this little girl. Very worried about her because I think she's lashing out. She doesn't want to live with her mom anymore. She doesn't like the situation, and you guys can chalk that up to the divorce or whatever. I don't want to go that route as to say this is all about, you know, I don't want to go that route to say that this is about, oh, the divorce and this is what divorce do to kids. And I don't think it's about that. I think it's the fact that she misses her dad and she's lashing out because of it. But it could go beyond that as well, because it could be that, you know, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying this, but I am saying this because I'm talking about a TV show. I don't know why I'm, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to jump the gun and accuse, you know what I'm saying? And accuse, you know, dude that's married to Betty of any wrongdoings here. But this really does come off as if something is happening with Sally that might be needed to be taken a look at. You know what I'm saying? This might be, there might be, even though I don't see no indication of it when it comes on to his interactions with her. But that, what she just did just now, kids throw tantrum, but the things that she was saying, and she ran out of the room just not to go back home, and she understands the situation. As I said, I don't really want to go there because there's nothing in this show showing me that. There's no, I mean, he's had 0 interactions. You know what I'm saying? As far as I see, he hasn't really had any scenes with her. I mean, he's been present when certain things are happening, but he's never like interacted with her, said anything to her. I don't want to go there to think that this is something a little bit more, because that's what I was thinking when I was like, nah, this seems like it goes a little bit further than that, because, you know, I've seen this kind of behavior before, and it's usually that, but I don't want to say it's that because of I don't see any creepy behavior with this guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't see no creepy behavior with this guy, so I don't want to jump the gun to accuse him of doing this, but it's definitely a possibility for sure. It's definitely a possibility, but I don't want to jump the gun because, as I said, there's no evidence of it. But the way how Sally is behaving, she's behaving like a child that is being abused and don't want to be somewhere. You get what I'm saying? But then again, she could just be throwing a tantrum because she doesn't want to be there because she misses her dad. That could just be it. But there's also the second scenario as well. But that's just me. You guys can tell me how you feel about it. If that's the case, don't spoil it for me. You get what I'm saying? Talking to my Patreon members. If that's the case, don't spoil it for me. Let the show it to me if that happens. But that's just where my brain kind of went when she reacted like that, because I'm like, why don't you want to be there? You know the situation, but you know your dad and your mom broke up. It just kind of seems weird that you just don't want to be there. Is it that you just hate your mom now? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Kids miss their parents when in those situations a lot, but like the way how she acted, bro, that's low key. Like she feels like she can only be safe with him. In a way, I don't know. Maybe I'm jumping the gun here, but you guys can let me know, of course. But that's all I have to say about this episode, man. It was a good episode. It's just something about the whole cheating situation. Like, I'm gonna start looking at Joan a little bit differently now because she's never done something like this before. And I'm not rooting for that relationship. They can throw that shit in the garbage because they're both married and they're cheating with each other. But, oh, we had a relationship before. I don't care. Y'all are trash. And first of all, why did you marry this woman and then now you're cheating on her, man? You're trash individuals. Anyways, I will see you guys next time. I appreciate y'all, man. Leave a like, leave a comment. See you guys for the next one. Peace.